Welcome. Thank you for watching another video with us. My name is Lawrence Roberts. I'm the Executive Director of BNI here in Saskatchewan. And today we have Becky Palmer with Brilliance Health Coaching joining us. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. I've known Becky now for, I'd say, a little over a year. And so I'm going to ask you, though, how long have you been a member of BNI, Becky?
It feels like forever in a good way, but it's actually only been since February of 2019, so just over a year now.
And you've had quite a journey in that, where you joined BNI, and then what happened right after
that? I became president of my chapter. It was really fun. It was a good way to get heavily engaged right away.
Mm-hmm. And you led your chapter with the rest of your team to some great success last year. So congratulations to that. And now you're on the regional support team as an ambassador.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, wow, yeah. Moving up the ranks. Nice work.
I do love leadership. It is one of my passions.
Good. Well, tell me a little bit more about who you are and what you do. Tell me a bit about your business.
So my business is called Brilliance Health Coaching, and I call myself a health and relationship coach, which honestly is very much like a life coach. And I kind of distinguish myself from the life coaching because I do have a background in healthcare. I have an undergrad degree in pharmacy, and I also spent the first 7 years of my pharmacy career in the Canadian military as a pharmacy officer. So those two things kind of distinguish me from the kind of general life coaching. I also am doing my master's degree in counseling psychology, so I'm working on becoming a clinician in the mental health and emotional health field. But in the meantime, I am really passionate about personal development and professional development. So I've found a niche to help people that are not in that clinical stage of needing treatment, but they're either past that or they don't need that. They just need a kind of helping hand with some skills and tools in emotional connection, intelligence, and that mind-body connection that's kind of missing from our general education around emotional intelligence, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, can you get a little bit more specific about the types of clients that you work with or products and services that you offer?
Sure. So the clients that I work with are mostly women. I love working with men as well, but I've found just generally women are, my skill set fits very well with women, but I do work with men as well. I have a program called the Mind Body Mastery Program. It's a coaching, one-on-one coaching program. And I teach people who are going through what they call triggering events. So big changes and transitions in their lives, either breakups, divorces, big career moves, wanting to meet a partner and have a family and struggling with that, big things that have happened. And these clients have discovered on their own or through their process that they're kind of the common denominator. There's some patterns that are coming up internally that they're struggling with and they're plateauing with and they can't overcome on their own. So I kind of help guide them through that process and some techniques and skills that I've learned along the way. And so, yeah, my clients are, they recognize, they have the self-awareness enough already to recognize that they've plateaued and they need the extra hand. And my main program is the Mind Body Mastery Program.
Okay. Are there any other programs that you do run, or courses or anything like that that you teach?
Yeah, so I just started in April here, just as kind of an adaptation to the whole COVID situation. Sure. I wanted to make my programs a little bit more accessible to more people. So I developed the Inner Strength coaching program, which is a group coaching program. And with that, we have monthly classes, monthly practicum kind of sessions, and then you get a 30-minute call with me one-on-one, and it's only $68 a month. So you can join whenever you want, you can quit whenever you want, or you can, once you've had your fill, you can take a pass. It's really as high commitment or as low commitment as you want it to be. And that was in response to, I know people are going through some economic hardships right now, but they still need support. And that community support is really, really, really healing and beneficial as well. So the group coaching helps with that.
And so I know that you said with your military background that really helps you in what you're doing to help other people right now. But what are, other than that, what are some things that you say would be unique about your offerings and your business compared to other coaches and coaching services out there?
Yeah. I think my background definitely is one of the key things that makes me unique. I have that kind of credibility of I've been there, I've seen it, I've done it. I've gone through my own healing journey as well. I'm not just speaking from behind a textbook. I've done these things. Everything that I teach, I've practiced on myself first and took notes and reverse engineered how it worked. And so I am unique in the sense that I have a very good, I'm talented at seeing the big picture of what's going on and then trying to distill that down into what's practical and applicable for the individual, either for myself or for them. That's going to actually be realistic for them to integrate into their lives. And yeah, I have this skill set that I can problem solve in a way that isn't attacking anybody or criticizing anybody. Lots and lots of approval for where they are, that they got there for a reason, that it's not their fault where they are, and approval for that. And that's the place that we need to be to start making changes in our lives. So I think that validation piece is really important. If it's not, we're not blaming, we're not criticizing, we're not rejecting anything in any kind of way. We're just looking at where you are and then seeing where you want to go and how we navigate that distance in between.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you have a favorite success story that you would like to share with us?
Oh, I've got a few that I hold very close to my heart with my clients that, I love my clients so much. They're all rock stars. The main ones have to do with women that come in and they're looking for better relationships. Either they're currently going through a breakup and they don't want to make the same mistake again, or they have been alone for a while, or they've been divorced for a while and they want to get back into the dating world. And I just help with the self-esteem, with the confidence, with the understanding of how the dynamics between what I call the masculine and the feminine work. And once people have a better understanding of that and more skills in their tool belt of self-awareness, I've had clients that have met their husbands, are now pregnant, having families. They're succeeding in their work life. They're in better relationships. They're, kind of, you name it, they're healthier. So overall, it's not me that's doing it. It's a partnership, right? It's all I'm doing is reflecting back their skills that were there all along, and then they do the work. So it's really cool to see and to be a part of, and it's so fulfilling.
So when I think, like with your name, Brilliance Health Coaching, when I think health, I often think of proper eating habits, but for you, it sounds like it's a much different meaning.
Yeah, it's the health of relationships, really. And that's why I call myself a health and relationship coach, because it's the health the foundation of all of it is the health you have, the relationship you have with your body, with your own body. That's where it all starts. Because if you don't understand your body, if you think your body is against you, if you're trying to work against your body, you don't have proper intuition, you don't have access to a lot of information and a lot of intelligence that you do if you're in good relationship with your body. So I start there foundationally, that we have to get certain things cleaned up or looked at in order for you to have good relationships with your external people. And so it's kind of, I always say there's like a foundation of you build on your relationship with your body and that physical body part and sensation. And then you also improve your relationship to your mental health, to yourself. That's the next rung on the ladder. And then all of that leads to good relationships with your spouse and your family and your boss. And you have that foundation there, then you're overall healthy. Because relationships are what the world are made of, right? And that ties right in, segue into BNI. Everything is about relationships. It really is. So that's why I call it Brilliance Health Coaching. The brilliance piece is that I'm drawing out that inner brilliance that already exists within you and finding health and wellness in your relationships.
Well, that answers that. Well,
Good question.
And so tying into BNI, how has BNI impacted your business?
I think, I'm so thankful for BNI. It's been just a way to keep some structure around my business and to develop those relationships in my community with real business owners that are going through real things that are similar to me in the entrepreneurial kind of business owner world, and also giving me a platform to teach and plant seeds and educate people on, for example, the difference between coaching and counseling and therapy, the importance of emotional health, the importance of leadership principles, all of that. It's given me a platform every week consistently to practice those skills in delivering that message and showing how I can assist and help. And without that consistency, I don't think I'd be half of where I am right now. The two things, the consistency and the community, have really helped me develop my confidence in my public speaking skills and also my confidence in my message. And then on top of that, finding clients too. It's been helpful for that, the referral part. So those three things.
Fantastic. Well, that really hits home to me. Obviously, BNI for me is really about the relationships as well. And people ask me all the time, why are you in BNI? And I say, look who I get to hang out with every day, and surround myself with amazing people that are trying to do fantastic things, just like you. And I say, who wouldn't want to be in something like this, right?
Yeah. It just makes sense.
It does.
I genuinely love my meetings every Thursday. I look forward to them. I am invested in all of our members. I'm invested in them doing well. Yeah. I'm invested in them, watching them grow and helping them wherever I can help them. And so I've been to other meetings in contrast where I'm not invested in the members and other chapters as much, right? Because I just haven't had that familiarity. I haven't built those relationships. And it's harder to be engaged when you're not invested, right? Whereas with my group, I'm invested in their development, their growth, their businesses. And it's really a part of the human spirit, I think, that it taps into of needing community in order to be, they say that environment is what creates health, right? So having a healthy, very structured, but also relationship-based, socially based, caring environment is going to help our businesses thrive, in my opinion.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with me today, sharing a little bit about your business and your story. You are an inspiration to us and what you do for your chapter. So thank you. Thank you for being on the ambassador team and being on the call today.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for having me.